Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our daily word this morning. It is Wednesday morning of this day before Thanksgiving, of this Thanksgiving week. So thanks for joining me this morning for our time together and our ongoing conversation through Scripture. I'm at home this morning. Carter and Hudson are here. Carter's eating some Pringles for breakfast, and Hudson's playing a video game, it looks like. So anyways, they might run through here at some point. So I'm glad you could join me for our time together and our ongoing conversation through Scripture and what it means for us and how we use it to share our lives with each other. So our Scripture for this morning, well, just a reminder, there will not be a daily word again this week. And there won't be another one until Monday. So I hope you plan to join us for worship on Sunday and the first Sunday of Advent. So I've chosen for our Scripture this morning from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1, and then verse 11. Come here. Oh, there's Carter. Oh, there you go. Now don't growl at everybody.
I'm not. Little chickadee.
You want to sit in my lap?
I'm trying to stand.
Oh, you're trying to stand? Okay, now don't. Stop.
Quit.
Okay, so our Scripture for this morning is Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 and 11. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. He has made everything beautiful in his time. He also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. So I'm particularly drawn to the book of Ecclesiastes in these days and how it speaks to us.
I can sit in your lap.
All right, and what it means for us. Just a second. Get up there. Is that better? Now stop. And what it means for us and how we then apply it to our daily lives. So I'm drawn to it because, well, I think it speaks about time and the reality of time and how our world is limited by its temporal nature of time. We don't know what's next or even rightly remember much of the past. So sometimes we get confused by the present. And
I'm confused.
You're confused?
Yes, I am.
I use Scripture a lot for funerals these days. I used it just on Monday at the funeral of Randy Martin. And I think it speaks about our connection to who God is, and that there's a season for everything under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die. We know the whole thing, but for everything, for every activity, there's a season under the heavens, under God's command. And the Scripture lets us know that there is beauty in every moment of time, and God has made that so. And every moment, every minute is an opportunity, stop, to know and worship God. Every moment is a once in an existence chance to know
I'll rip your mustache off.
to know God by faith. One of the challenges that God has set before us is that God has set eternity in the human heart, as the Scripture says. I think for us that means that we have this faint inkling of eternity that's written deep inside of us. Now, it's too big for us to comprehend. We can't fathom from beginning to end and everything in between, but God has set an inkling of eternity with us. And when I talk about this Scripture, use the Scripture in funerals, I'm always drawn to the end of it. It's about verse 13 or 14 that God said, that the Scripture says, God has done this. And for Randy's life that we shared on Monday, and for our lives, this legacy that we leave, this idea of eternity for us that's set close to us, that's written in our hearts, we know that material possessions don't last, and all the things that we do don't last, but our hearts remind us, and the Scripture reminds us, that our true perspective should be rooted deeply in faith. That we have this incredible opportunity on earth, the chance to do something that angels can't do. We live a life of faith. We put our trust in an eternity that we can't fully grasp or understand. We live in time. And the beauty of each moment in time is a hint of eternity. Just like Carter sitting on my lap right now, being crazy, trying to distract me, trying to offer whatever it is that he's trying to offer me. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. But this is a moment that's a hint. Stop, baby. Stop.
You're out of camera.
Don't. That's a hint of eternity. And each moment has its chance, its own glory. Making the most out of our time, no more, no less. And that's good news for us. He doesn't know it, but I certainly know it. That's what God has called us to. A season for everything under heaven. And it's God who's done this. So, as you enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, all weekend as it plays out, remember that moment is a hint of eternity, and that we should take advantage of what that means for us. So thanks for joining us for our time together this morning. As always, know of God's love that surrounds you. Know of my love for you. Look forward to seeing you Sunday morning at 10:15, and then here again Monday at 10 o'clock. Have a great day. You want to tell everybody bye?
Bye.
Have a great day.
Have a great day at Thanksgiving.
You're crazy.